Hello, Reformers, and welcome back to XCOM, Enemy Within. Now, when we left off, we had just defeated our first sectopod in a UFO landing mission, and now we are going to be doing what we haven't done in many times over. Yes, we haven't purchased the blaster launcher. We are going to be getting this now, and we are going to attempt to hopefully reimburse ourselves through a mission that we will hopefully be acquiring with this initial scan. Oh my, wow, that was actually very quick. Okay, so let's take a look at the abduction sites. As we can see here, we have Russia already, which is on very difficult. It has 200 credits as a reward. And then we have a heavy captain unit, not very needed, but this is probably where we want to go, isn't it? Because if they go into panic, then we are going to have issues. But I wouldn't mind getting a few more scientists. So, first off, we want to head to the Situation Room, and we want to see... Aha! France and Russia do not have satellites. So, if I decide to go to Russia, then we can very easily launch a satellite to France and reduce their panic pretty easily. So I think we might be doing that. How many satellites do we have? We have one available. And we are gaining another 4 in 6 days. So I think we should have a very easy time of this. So, what do we need? Do we need money? I think we probably do, because many of you said that it is a travesty that I have not spec'd, or at least spent more time in the foundry to acquire more useful equipment. So, I think money is the way to go. Let's head to St. Petersburg then, shall we? Let us confirm that. Yes, I'm just making sure that I'm not making any mistakes here. And now, let's see. Who are we going to take? Well, I'd like to take these two because, well, they are going to be leveling up. I would like to take one of our lower level units, but this is a very difficult mission, and I would just like to do it as easily as possible. So I think we might just be doing that. Let's just head over to Connor's loadout, and we're going to give him the blaster launcher. And we'll see how well that does. My goodness. Okay. So, is there anyone else we need to get? Let's just see here. Who else can join us? Ah, Mr. Black could join us. That might be a good idea for this, because it is a very difficult mission. So, I'm going to keep Robot here, and I am going to be replacing Shalev for this one. We're going to be getting Mr. Black in here, getting him some action. And hopefully we'll come across some sectopods, because I wouldn't mind getting that advanced construction foundry project going. But saying that, I really don't want to encounter any sectopods at all, if possible. But nevertheless, here we go. Let's try to do that. Yes, let's launch. Okay, so this is very difficult, so I'm assuming that we are going to be encountering quite a few of the more difficult aliens, but let's just hope that they don't have any fiendish combinations for us, such as Mechtoid plus 2 sectoids plus sectopod. That would be rather awful for us, wouldn't it? But let's hope that that is not actually going to be the case. So, this is a very rural setting. Well, it's quite a town setting, but a small town at that. So, this is actually probably going to work out quite well for us, I think. So let's move over here first. Aha! We have some heavy floaters already. Well, that's actually not too bad. We are already around there, so we could potentially do some damage. 78% chance to hit. I think we're going to take that. Let's do it. Oh yes, lovely damage right there. 10 damage almost for free right there, and we also have the ability to hit this other floater here with Redacted. So I think we're going to try that. 85% chance. That is a kill. And a critical hit as well. Not bad at all. And now all we need to do is... I think we're probably going to move Robot in there, because of course I would like to get her to Colonel rank. If possible, at least. So let's just do some run and gun. And we're going to head over there. And we're going to try and take him prisoner, I think. Should we do that? I think that would be pretty cool. So, Yeah. No. No. We're not going to be taking this guy prisoner, because we've just used run and gun, and we wouldn't have been able to do it anyway, so yes. I do remember that using run and gun disables the ability to use items afterwards. So we're just going to be shooting him in the face. There we have it. Not bad at all. We do already have a pretty reasonable amount of plasma weaponry as it is, so I don't think we really need to worry about it too much. I mean, all of our units potentially have plasma weaponry, apart from an additional unit, such as Reformist or Shalev. They don't have heavy plasma, but hopefully next month we'll be able to purchase that. And then all of our units will be sufficiently geared out, as well as maybe another plasma sniper rifle for one of our other units. That would be quite nice. So, that was pretty easy, to say the least, our first encounter here, and I'm pretty sure the others should be just as easy. I'm being positive here, yes. Like to make sure that we don't get too overconfident, of course, but I'm keeping realistic views on things, or at least at the moment I am, I hope. So, we have... aha, okay, so we have a sectoid commander, as well as a mechtoid, of course. Mr. Black is going to be taking his shot, as well as Amalia, and I'm hoping... oh my goodness. Wow, that is some damage. I'm very impressed with our mech troopers, that's for sure. And he's gone into Overwatch, which is a huge mistake, because, of course, we have a robot under our command here. So, what are we going to do? I think we're probably just going to head over there and shoot him in the face with robot. And this is where it gets a little tricky, because as you can no doubt see, we cannot see the sectoid commander, although robot can see it. So what do we want to do? Do we want to head robot over there, trigger the Overwatch, and then deal with the mechtoid with our other units? I think that is probably going to be the way to go here. So, let's move over there. Lightning reflexes will take care of the Overwatch. Very nicely, I might add. And hopefully, what will end up happening is we'll be able to deal... ooh, okay, let's do it. Yes, that is exactly what I wanted. 8 damage, very nice. Okay, yes, I know that sounds strange, I know, but I would like to take him prisoner if possible, so we're going to be attempting that in just a moment. And as a result, what I'd like to do is move Connor over here. And... yeah, okay, yeah, I think that's fine. We'll do a 97% chance, that's very, very good. 15 damage, very nice indeed, and oh, it does appear as though we have gained an achievement. That's not too bad, if I do say so myself. And let's see, okay, so what do we want to do with Redacted here? It does appear as though most of our enemies have been in the building so far, so I can only assume that the remainder of the units that we're going to be fighting are potentially going to be outside. So I think going over here would probably bode quite well for us, so let's do that. As Ben is already getting a pretty nice vision on this area here, we are going to be moving him in, just in case there is another alien in the back of the store here, you never know. And we'll go into Overwatch. Ooh, this is a little bit difficult, actually. Ah, I don't want to go into Overwatch with everyone. Note to self, don't go into Overwatch with everyone. Let's try to be a little bit cautious, and you might see why in just a moment, because I'm thinking if Robot gets mind-controlled and then the alien moves with her, then everyone is going to fire at her, and that's definitely not going to be a very pleasant experience for any of us. So, let's try to make it a little less likely that that will happen. And we're just going to be reloading with our mech troopers here. Hopefully the sectoid commander will see fit to run away. I'm hoping he'll run away and not actually try to mind control. He is running away. Ah, he's mind controlling. I think that's successful. It is. Ah, that's unfortunate. Okay, so it does appear as though... oh, wow. Okay, so it appears that he can't actually move with Robot once he has mind controlled her. So... yeah, a little bit unfortunate that that actually happened, because I would have liked to have taken this guy prisoner. So, can we do anything to interrupt his mind control? that is unlikely, isn't it? I don't believe we have any opportunity to do that. So, maybe that would be a good reason to have Ben with the arc thrower. That might make a great deal of sense. Okay, well, well, Mr. Black has not gained a kill in quite some time, so we're just going to head him in here, and oh yes, that actually reminds me that we have close quarter combat right there. Okay, well, yes, that's actually not going to make too much difference, because I do believe we are going to be able to take this guy out without issues. 81% chance. Take him out. And hopefully that doesn't kill our unit. I don't think it does. No. Goodness me. Phew. Because when you kill a sectoid that is mind-controlling another sectoid, then you definitely have issues. I think that might be the target, though. So that's definitely something to bear in mind. Now, what are we going to do? Are we going to head out here? It does appear as though this map is actually very large, in actual fact. So, let's move here. We're not going to move fully outside, because I wouldn't like to trigger any more aliens if I can help it. And we'll then go into Overwatch here, I think. Now, Connor will go... Where will he go? I think he'll go over here, actually.
Good to go.
I think we'll approach from two sides. Maybe? I'm not entirely sure whether that's even worth it. Well, nevertheless, I am going to be moving Redacted onto the roof, because we do seem to have cleared the building now, so we don't really need to worry about much else. Aha! There is the meld. That is what we need. So, let's go over here with Ben. Heal up Mr. Black. Shall we heal up Mr. Black? Yeah, I think we will, because we don't really want him to use his repair functions just yet. So let's just heal him. And hopefully that will give him a little bit more flexibility in being aggressive as time goes on, because then he won't need Ben to heal him. He'll have his own rejuvenation capabilities. And let's open this up, see if there's any aliens out here. It does not appear that is the case. So what are we going to do? Are we going to head around here? Or what? Okay, we're going to head around here. Okay, nothing is going on, thank goodness. Let's just go into Overwatch. Now, this is where I'm a little skeptical about where we want to head with Redacted. Probably here, but also over here. Okay, let's just move him in the middle between the 2 points, and I think that should be okay. Yes, it does appear as though that is fine. And I think I'm actually going to throw a battle scanner now, because I wouldn't mind, well, checking what's going on that roof over there. Maybe that would be a good idea, so let's do that.
Scanning target area now.
Aha, okay, so absolutely nothing. That is good. That means that we will not get any height disadvantages versus Redacted, so we should be okay there. And I think with Ben we'll just head this way. And Amalia will be heading towards the meld, but this is where it gets a little antsy. We're going to head a little bit out there. And it appears that we have not uncovered any more aliens, so that is a very good sign, although potentially not. So, yes, let's just take it easy. Oh, wow, there's actually meld here. Oh my, I did not realize that. I did not realize that we had actually seen that. So let's head out here and collect this meld before it explodes. There we have it. Very nice, thank goodness I saw that. Wow, I'm sure many of you actually saw that way before I did, but wow, goodness me, that was close. Okay. So let's reload with the robot here, and we'll go into Overwatch with Ben, and then Mr. Black will also head out here just to cover Amalia, just in case. And I think we'll reload as well, just to make sure we are all fully loaded, just in case we have a long drawn-out battle. Aha, we do have some sound waves, and I was trying to listen whether it was a clanking noise, but at the moment it doesn't appear as though that was the case. Unless I am mishearing it, but let's hope that isn't the case. Oh my, that would be awful. So let's just go into Overwatch there, and then we'll move Ben here. And yes, it's very nice that there's a lot of full cover around here, I have to say that. Goodness me. We do seem to have a very stable cover system. So let's move Mr. Black towards the sound. There we have it, and now Amalia can very easily pick up this meld. We do need the meld after all for our psionic lab, maybe, or perhaps for some additional gene mods as well. I do think we need to get mimetic skin for Redacted because he is our only sniper remaining, and even though some of you don't seem to think snipers are that useful, and I would partially agree about that, because even though they can be incredibly devastating, there is a slight situational problem with them. For example, you move and then you can't do anything for a turn unless you have that particular skill. So maybe getting that particular skill in future iterations of snipers would be a very good idea. But that in turn comes with its own problems, because I do believe that you have to choose between that or squad sight. Unless I am completely incorrect about that, which I could be, but I think you do have to choose between the two, which would be rather atrocious, but yes, I think for now we're just going to be attempting to get through this door, so let's move Mr. Black on the other side of the door here. Prepare to breach and get inside. Okay, so we have all the meld. Now, am I going to want to head round here with Amalia? Probably, just to make sure that we're not going to be flanked. It does not appear that is the case, and we will be wanting to get in over there with Robot and Amalia in just a second. We're going to go for another flanking maneuver. Hopefully it will work out quite nicely. One of you did actually mention that heading in from the rear of the building would probably make a much better difference, but at the moment we don't seem to have the opportunity to do that, or do we? Ah, we could. I'm not entirely sure if there's a door around here. As you can see, we are rather blind to that fact. So, let's see. Let's move Amalia here. And Robot will move here. Okay, this is good. We're just setting up. We're going to take our time. We're going to make sure that we have the greatest opportunity to deal damage here. I think Connor is probably going to go on the left side here, just in case. And he'll cover our flank. And this is where we probably want to get Redacted into Overwatch as well. There we have it. Okay, so everyone will go into Overwatch, which I believe is actually Alt-O. So I'm going to do that. Ah. That does not appear to be working for me. I am pressing it, and I'm not entirely sure why it isn't working, but there we have it. I'm not, for some reason, knowing why that isn't working for me, but yes, a lot of you said it was Alt-O? Or is it Alt-0? Maybe it's Alt-0, although many of you did state it was O, so maybe it's 0? I'll try that out in just a second, but for now we are going to be breaching the inside. Who am I going to be opening the door with first? Probably with Ben over here. Aha! Okay, so we have some Muton Elites. Okay, I think we should be absolutely fine. It does appear as though one of the Muton Elites is going around to where Connor is, so he can probably do some pretty considerable damage to them. But, first off, what we want to do is move Mr. Black in there, I think.
Moving to position.
Hopefully they haven't gone into Overwatch. Oh my! That's not a good thing. No. That's not a good thing whatsoever, but we do have our flamethrower. So, let's try and make good use of it, shall we? Yes. Okay, so this isn't going to do damage to the mutons, or is it? Hopefully it does. Well, whatever the case, let's take out the sectoids. Yeah. Oh, wow, it actually does damage to the Muton Elites. That is incredible. Okay, very nice. And he is going to be panicking too, so that's even better. So, what we're going to do is we're going to head in there and use Electropulse, I believe, because as you can see here, it affects all units near the mech. That means friendly units as well, so we do need to take into account that. And we can disable robotic units, which I do believe is the mechtoid. So we're going to head in there. And we'll head right next to the mechtoid, I think. Are we? We'll head here, I think. No. The Muton Elites do so much damage. I think that is our best chance. Yeah, we're going to do that. That is really our best chance. We are just going to have to do this. Okay, Electropulse. Let's go. Okay, so It does appear as though the Mechtoid is disabled, so now this is when we have a very good chance. Actually, oh my. Do we want to take this guy prisoner? Am I being too greedy? Yes. I am being way too greedy here. That is a pickle, isn't it? That is a great pickle. No, I'm being too greedy. Yes, I'm being too greedy. Okay, we're going to head in here. And we're going to shoot this guy in the face, I think. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not going to take this guy prisoner, even though I really want to. I am not going to do that, just because I do believe survival is of the utmost importance at the moment. Take him out, 15 damage critical, very nice indeed. Now, Connor is in a very strange position, because we have a Muton here, and he's probably going to shoot at Mr. Black, but that's really not going to do too much, I don't think. So, Ben is probably just going to go over here, shoot this Muton, if possible. Wait. They can do 10 damage. They can actually critical for 15, or maybe even 16, so we do need to take that into account. We have how much HP here? We have 19 HP with Ben. So that's very close, isn't it? Difficulties. Very, very difficult. Okay. I'll tell you what. Let's try to use Redacted a little bit here. We're going to move him over there into full cover. And what can we see? We can see that fellow. So 55% chance, let's take it. Let's just see whether we can actually kill him. Ah, okay. Little unfortunate that we were able to miss there, but I do believe now the best chance we have is to what? Yes. Okay. The best chance. Head over here. And we have a 100% chance to hit the mech, but that is stunned for one turn, hopefully. So, let's see. 63% chance, let's take it. Nice kill right there. Great. We've taken out 2 of the 3 heavy Mutons, or shall we say Muton Elites. And now this is where we probably want to get Connor around here and do some damage. Or do we? I was a little bit worried that we'd uncover more aliens, but thankfully enough that wasn't the case. It does appear as though Connor is the only one. So let's do this. Okay. Let's go. Oh, lovely damage. 13 damage, and he's still alive. That's not too good. Oh, and we don't have anyone in Overwatch either, which is even worse. Oh, no. Oh, okay. Yeah, you can do 9 damage. That's fine. Don't do any more, though. Yes. Okay. Phew. We have a great chance now for you-know-what. Oh, yes. So, let's see. What we're going to do here... I think you know what we're going to do, but let's just see. Think about this a little bit. Head over there with Robot. We're going to be attempting to take him prisoner. 90% chance. Let's do it. Oh yeah, there we go. Thank you very much. Great. I thought there might be an opportunity later on. Well, thankfully enough, that was not incorrect this time around. Oh my goodness. Okay, so, let's see here. What do we want to do? We want to do some damage with Ben, I think. 100% chance. I mean, goodness me, you've got to take the 100% chance, surely. Or shall we heal him? That's the problem here. Okay. I know what to do. Let's move Mr. Black into range. And I know we don't have the punching ability anymore, but 100% chance to the face, that has to be some pretty reasonable damage. 6 damage right there. And then Amalia will be doing her thing. And that is, of course, to punch in the face. So let's head here. Make sure we don't misclick at all. And then we're going to be... punching.
Ready to engage.
And then we get a nice animation right there. Oh yeah. There we go. Punch him into the wall. And there it is. Thank you very much. Okay, so we have successfully completed that. No sector pods, which was a little bit curious. I was very worried about encountering some of them, but we did have some Muton elites, which, in a way, I'm a little bit more worried about, because they do seem to do a load of damage, and they have the potential to almost one-shot one of our operatives. So there it is, very nice indeed. And yes, we do have some additional meld as well, thanks to our efforts. And whoa, Mr. Black is leading the field here in kills, 70 kills. Wow, I didn't know that he had that much. Goodness me. Okay, so let's continue onward. We do have the ability to interrogate a Muton elite. We have recovered another heavy plasma rifle, which is even better, because that means we can now use that with one of our other heavy units, such as Shalev or Reformist. And we also have 40 meld. Great. So there it is. What we have is 200 credits. Very good. We can get some more Foundry projects, hopefully. And panic in Russia has decreased by 1. Panic has increased, though, across South America, which is a little bit worrying. So, let's take a look at what we want to do here. We want to launch a satellite to France if they are going to be continuing to raise their panic levels. Also Argentina. Argentina isn't covered either. So, yeah, that's a little bit problematic, I think. We are going to want to construct the hyperwave relay soon. Do we want to do that now? Let me know in the comments. Let me know in the comments whether you think we should start constructing the beacon. We are rather close to being able to complete this game, I do believe. So, I think that would be a rather nice idea. So, let's see here. What do we want to do? Oh, wow. Okay, that's very nice. Okay. Very difficult. I think we're going to go for improved arc throwers here. Just because having 90% chance is really problematic, and I think if you could increase it to maybe 95% or maybe even 100%, that would be amazing. But then I'm thinking, well, improved medikits. That would be insane. Really, really good. So I think we're going to do quite a few of these. Let's do this one, and then we'll do this one as well. And we have 119 credits remaining, which I'm not entirely sure what we could buy with that. Probably nothing at all. Maybe we could get mimetic skin? Let's head over to the Gene Lab and we'll see whether we're actually able to do that. So, let's go for redacted. And where is mimetic skin? No, we need 150 for that. So, what we could theoretically do is head over to the grey market and maybe sell some stuff. Because as you may have heard me mention in the previous episode, I have not sold any of these corpses for quite some time. So we could potentially do that and get on over to that amount. Very easily, in fact. So, yes, as you can see, we can very easily do that. And we have 226 credits already, and we haven't even begun selling the sectoids or various other berserker corpses and so forth. But yes, I think I'll leave that for now, just because I'm a little bit worried about spending too much of that. And we're just going to head on over to the Gene Lab, and we're going to get mimetic skin for redacted. I do believe that is going to be worth it. There we have it. Should I get anything else? Should I get neural damping? No. Okay. Mimetic skin will be fine for now. Should we do that? Yeah. Okay. So that will take 3 days. Okay, not too bad. There we have it. And we now have 76 credits remaining. So, there we have it. I am going to be ending this episode off here. Let me know in the comments whether we should start building the hyperwave beacon. And I suppose that would probably be a pretty reasonable idea, because then, to actually start the encounter with the final assault against the aliens, I do believe you need to scan with the hyperwave beacon, and that will be the final step before we finish the game. So, I thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.